I'm thinking that in our next segment, we're going to go into the aspects of your job and all the important work you're doing at the Hyman Settlement School.
Huh?
I think for now we need to take
This show's called Kentucky Riders.
Stick around for more with our guest in Melissa Helton. We'll be right back.
Hyman Settlement School.
Ain't that where the bad people go?
No.
No.
No. It ain't an alternative school.
Gosh, it's hot in here. Woo, it's hot.
Burning up for you, baby.
Welcome back to Kentucky Writers Roundtable. I'm Kevin Nance here with Linda Bryant and Jay McCoy. Let me introduce you again to our guest, Melissa Helton, a writer, educator, and manager of community programs at the Hyman Settlement School. Melissa, I want to tell you that
I just hope that it switches us over to live.
Linda and I probably saw you first perform or read publicly at an event.
Oh, I guess we won't have no disclaimer.
Complex.
Oh, shoot. I gotta get my tripled up.
Yeah, I think all we have to do is just hit the Ox one and we will be live.
Following the terrible flooding that you all experienced. And you read from a wonderful, very emotional essay that you'd written about the early period of recovering from that flood, and I'm sure that process is still ongoing. And you were, I mean, everybody read well, but yours was the standout reading, in part because I think you allowed yourself to become emotional in a way that was not just audible but visible. I mean, we were all right there with you, as you were struggling through these moments of talking about these things. And at the risk of putting you back in that headspace, perhaps you could read an excerpt from that essay, and that'll help us get into the headspace. Perhaps you could read an excerpt from that essay, and that'll help us get into the discussion of what's going on in Hyman.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got all the way to the penultimate sentence before I broke down, and we're not going toward the end of the sentence, so we'll be fine. Day 7. It's been a week, and I don't know what to say. It is so big. I can say that it is 3 a.m. and my cat inexplicably woke me up at the same time that on July 28, I woke up feeling queasy, and it was a bit uncomfortable. Enough so that I sat up in bed in the dark, wondering if I needed a Tums, wondering if I was going to be sick, wondering why I felt so terrible. And then I looked at my phone, which was silently blowing up with missed calls, texts, and messages. I didn't go back to sleep. I can't this morning either. I can give a record of events. How in the preceding days I've been in the joy of the 45th Annual Appalachian Writers Workshop, the first fully in-person workshop since the pandemic began. I had finished leading the troublesome team trivia contest and driven home instead of staying on campus.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're not going to see anything right now. There's nothing on.
No, I got it. It's out there.
Here's your host, Adam Banks.
We're good.
Welcome, everybody, to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks, coming at you live from Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you for listening to the show, and thank you for listening to WLXU 93.9 FM. In addition to listening to us on the radio, you can check out our Facebook live stream at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks, or you can download the Radio Lex app on your smartphone device to listen to us anywhere in the entire world. You can also stream the show live on the web at radiolex.us. It is November the 17th, 2022. Amber, you and I both have had Thanksgiving episodes before, Thanksgiving specials.
Yeah.
But next week, I just want to tell everybody that we will not be in studio next week. I'm going to give Amber the week off. I'm going to let her actually go and spend Thanksgiving with her family and her friends. But because we're going to be off this week, Amber, or next week for Thanksgiving, I thought it would be very important to make this episode a very heavy Thanksgiving themed episode.
Hey, there we go.
Do you like Thanksgiving?
You already know I love food.
It is a wonderful time of the year.
Yes.
It really kicks off the holidays.
It really does.
And what's so special about Thanksgiving is the very next day starts Christmas time.
And I can put my tree up.
Yes.
With no judgment from you.
With no judgment. That's when Christmas time officially starts. But ladies and gentlemen, Thanksgiving is just 1 week away from today. That's hard to believe. But Amber, would you be interested in some Thanksgiving facts?
You already know I'm interested.
Well, did you know that the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions have played the most games on Thanksgiving Day? The Lions have played almost each Thanksgiving since 1934, and the Cowboys since 1966. Football is it's focused on Thanksgiving. A lot of people like to sit down and watch football.
Well, get you a little food and a little football.
A little food and football, yes. It kind of goes hand in hand. Christmas, you have the NBA. Thanksgiving, you have the NFL. The average cost of Thanksgiving dinner is $53.31 for 10 guests.
Oh, come on.
The amount of calories that people accumulate on Thanksgiving, if we're just talking about turkey alone, each year Americans collectively consume 3 billion calories just from turkey. Imagine if all the other dishes were included in that.
Thanksgiving calories don't count, though.
So the Otis Thanksgiving Day Parade, a lot of people think it's the Macy's Day Parade.
That's what I would have said.
That's not the case. It says, of course, the Macy's Day Parade is the most popular.
Yeah.
But the Otis Parade goes back to 1920. There was a department store in Philadelphia. It was called the Philadelphia Gimbel Brothers Department Store. And they put on a parade including only 50 people and 15 cars. And it always ended with Santa on his sleigh to mark the coming of the Christmas season.
Are they still having it?
No, the Macy's Day Parade has certainly outshined it. Now, I'm sure there are more parades out there in America other than the Macy's Day Parade. Does Lexington have one?
I don't think we have a Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Parades are fun.
I mean, it would kind of freak me out, though, if I seen a bunch of floats in downtown Lexington. I mean, that would kind of rattle my brain a little bit.
Why's that?
Well, because you got to think, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is nothing but big floats,
Right.
you know. Could you imagine, driving around New Circle and then you got a big old, air baby coming at you.
Peppa Pig.
Yeah, broke loose from the back.
I don't know. It would be cool if there were more local floats flying around in local parades. That would be fun. So before Lincoln officially declared Thanksgiving a national holiday, the president had to declare the holiday each year.
Okay.
Thomas Jefferson refused to ever declare Thanksgiving a holiday when he was in office. He felt that the prayer of the holiday violated the separation of church and state.
He didn't like turkey.
He must not have.
That's exactly.
He must have been a skinny man, too.
Yeah.
The average number of guests surrounding a modern Thanksgiving dinner table is 10.
Oh, that's too many.
How many do you have joining you for Thanksgiving? More than 10 or less?
There's less, much less. There's 4 of us this year.
So, since we talked about football being a big tradition, the tradition of a football game being played on Thanksgiving began in 1876 with Princeton and Yale.
Oh.
A little bit more prime time these days. But Princeton and Yale was the big Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah.
But now they usually like to have a big Thanksgiving game every year.
Yeah.
If you're playing on Thanksgiving, you must matter.
It's a big deal.
It says here that the National Football League joined in on the tradition of a game being played on Thanksgiving Day in 1920. That game was between the Akron Pros and the Canton Bulldogs.
Oh.
So it started out just being college.
Yeah.
And then they seen the success of that, and they're like, you know what?
Moved it on up.
The NFL was like, we got to get in on this. It says here that 31% of Americans travel on Thanksgiving Day, and 47% of those travelers drive.
I mean, I can see that.
Yes.
We know about that life.
Yes. Female turkeys cackle.
Yeah.
Only male turkeys actually gobble, which is why they are aptly named gobblers.
Yeah.
I thought that all turkeys gobbled.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
No, females cackle.
Only the males.
Now, I have heard a few females cackle, like
in real life?
Yeah, like turkeys. Yeah.
Oh, God.
While turkey is the first thing that comes to mind when Thanksgiving is mentioned, not everyone enjoys that dish for Thanksgiving dinner. 88% of Americans do, but 12% of Americans don't. My dad is big. My dad is big on ham. And you're probably laughing because I've told this story before. He forgets every year that I don't like ham.
You do not like ham.
And he called me the other day. He was like, "Hey, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Got us a big ham." I said, "Dad, I don't like ham." "You don't like ham?" "No,
Since when?
I've told you this since 1988 that I don't like ham."
Yeah.
And you talk about it every year.
Well, now look.
Does your family do anything other than have turkey for their main dish?
Yes, my brother-in-law's into smoking meats right now.
Yes.
So last year we actually just had a bunch of smoked meats.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see what we got this year.
Well, it also says here that Americans are not the only people to celebrate Thanksgiving. It's also a Canadian holiday.
Okay.
The Black Friday holiday
Yeah.
happens directly the next day after Thanksgiving. They call that Black Friday. It's the biggest shopping day of the year with over 32 million participants. Are you prepared to get your shopping on Black Friday?
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
It's exciting, though, just to go and people watch the fights.
Because I'd end up in the middle of one of them.
It says here that Black Friday is also the biggest day of the year for plumbers due to the influx of using garbage disposals, kitchen drains, and toilets from multiple guests. Plumbers have their busiest days right after Thanksgiving.
I was going to say the toilets.
A lot of people just blowing up
Blowing
the toilet.
them up.
Who, though, can go as a guest into somebody's house and use the bathroom?
You know, I will hold my restroom breaks for 20 hours if I have to till I get back to the house. I have no clue how people do that.
Well, yeah, I have a hard time going in public, but I think I would even have a harder time using the bathroom at someone else's home.
Yes.
Because
you can't get comfy somebody else's place.
you can't.
No.
It don't matter how much potpourri they have out. You can't get comfortable.
Poo-pourri, is that what it's called now?
Well,
Poo-pourri.
to hide the poo?
No, to hide the smell.
Yeah. But a big day for plumbers, so get your plumbing cards passed out because people will be calling you the day after Thanksgiving. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is some Thanksgiving facts for your day. But we still have lots more off the cuff coming at you live after these words. Ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. We'll be right back. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Have you seen my phone?
No, I didn't.
Here it is. I'll start getting text messages here in a minute. You're off there.
Can't hear you. So yeah, we didn't go to work today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. Amber is also in studio with me. Probably having some issues hearing the commercials because we're having a hard time hearing them on our end. So if we go to a commercial break and you don't hear any commercials, it's a technical difficulty, as usual. Amber, Thanksgiving is just a week away. And because of that, there's a lot of great TV specials on covering the holiday season. A lot of sitcoms like to cover Thanksgiving episodes. A lot of TV specials like the Charlie Brown TV special will be on. But even a lot of reruns from TV shows, they like to show their Thanksgiving specials during this time. Did you ever have any favorite TV specials dealing with Thanksgiving from one of your favorite sitcoms growing up?
You already know I did.
What were they?
Oh my goodness, the best one of all. It's Saved by the Bell, the college years.
They had a good Thanksgiving episode?
They had Jonathan Brandis. Remember, Mike was supposed to provide the Thanksgiving dinner for the underprivileged youth kids, and Screech forgot to make the turkey, so there was no turkey. Zach couldn't get home. Kelly couldn't get home, and everybody ended up right there at the college.
There we go. That is one Thanksgiving special that I forgot about.
No, that's the best one.
But folks, there is a lot of Thanksgiving specials on this time of year, and with the beauty of streaming, you can pull these episodes up pretty easily. Mm-hmm. It's not like back in the day where you had to go out, buy the DVDs, search for them online. No, you can find these episodes from Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, a plethora of streaming services right at your fingertips. And I'm here to tell you folks of some of the best Thanksgiving TV episodes I feel like you should check out this year. Now, we're going to start with Friends. Friends was on for 10 years, and they're known for really putting on big Thanksgiving specials. Mm-hmm. A lot of TV shows, they like to pick a holiday where they focus on that holiday, and they go all out for it.
Yes, they do.
I remember Family Matters was big on Halloween.
Roseanne big on Halloween.
Roseanne was big on Halloween. Thanksgiving was always a Friends thing. Mm-hmm. And they had 10 great Thanksgiving specials for the whole 10 seasons. But I feel like that the best Thanksgiving special that Friends put on was from the season 8, episode 9. It was called Friends, The One with the Rumor.
Oh.
And The One with the Rumor was the episode where Brad Pitt, who in real life was married to Jennifer Aniston, came to visit Monica, who was a cast member, who was Ross's sister and Rachel's best friend. And Brad Pitt and Ross and Rachel all went to high school together.
Okay.
And Rachel was the popular hot one. Ross and Brad Pitt's character was the two nerds.
So he's not Brad Pitt, though, right?
Not in the show. No.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not Brad Pitt. He plays just this nerdy character. And it's revealed in this episode that Brad Pitt and Ross had their own club called the I Hate Rachel Green Club.
Oh.
It's hilarious. Take a listen from a clip from that episode. He was a recovering fat dude who lost all this weight, like Monica.
Hey, I feel him.
Definitely a funny episode to watch. It's Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt, who is a great actor, and he looks like he just stepped off of the set of Ocean's 12.
Oh, goodness.
He's the typical in Brad Pitt form.
Yeah.
And I'm serious, when Brad Pitt pops up on the screen, I don't think you've ever heard a louder reaction on the Friends set from the audience than when they seen him.
Well.
All right, another Thanksgiving TV special comes from The Cosby Show, and this is Season 6, Episode 10. It's called Cliff's Wet Adventure. Now, The Cosby Show, wholesome, great television show. But what was so funny about this episode, it was a rainy Thanksgiving, and the Huxtables were fixing Thanksgiving dinner, and Claire kept sending Cliff back out to the store to get things because every time he would go to the store, he would forget something, so she would send him back out to get whatever. But Bill Cosby made it hilarious because he's Bill Cosby. He's known for his hilarious facial expressions and his tone and his sarcastic sense of humor. Take a listen from that clip. And then there he goes back out into the rain. Hilarious episode. All right, another Thanksgiving TV episode that you need to stream. It comes from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And this is season 6, episode 9 and 10. It's a 2-episode special.
Okay.
Will and Uncle Phil get arrested on Thanksgiving, and Philip throws out his back, helping people carrying their luggage, and Will suggests him go see a masseuse. Mm-hmm. And as they're there, it's an illegal masseuse, and they get raided by the police, and they both get
arrested,
thrown in jail. Now, keep in mind, Uncle Phil is a judge, but the cop apparently isn't a fan of Uncle Phil and throws Will and Uncle Phil in jail. Take a listen.
Mashed potatoes and little tiny onions swimming in a sea of cream sauce. Hey, Rex!
Listen, Banks, if it's a sandwich you're after, they're all gone.
In the first place, it's not Banks. It's Your Honor. Now you get your butt over to that telephone and you pull the district attorney from whatever meal he may be eating, and you tell him that you have Judge Philip Banks in jail under a bogus charge. And you might want to mention the fact that we have been denied due process, a phone call, access to legal representation, and every other conceivable right guaranteed to us by the Constitution. And don't forget to mention the fact that no statements have been taken, no witnesses interviewed, and none of the most fundamental procedures that the newest rookie on a beat would know have been followed. My nephew and I are completely innocent, and if you don't take care of this matter, it will be you having your picture taken with numbers across your chest.
That's Uncle Phil being Uncle Phil.
Yeah, breaking it down.
Breaking it down and showing his authority. Another great Thanksgiving TV episode, besides The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and The Cosby Show and Friends, comes from an old classic TV show, WKRP.
Oh.
Which was a show based off of a radio station in Cincinnati. And they were struggling getting their name out there. And they decided for Thanksgiving to give them publicity. they were going to do something special. And what they were going to do was have a turkey drop where they were going to throw turkeys out of a helicopter or an airplane.
Yeah.
But the station manager thought that turkeys could fly. He was wrong. So in what possibly could be the funniest moment in WKRP history, you have the reporter from the sidewalk giving a play-by-play of the moments where the turkeys were falling, being tossed from a helicopter. Take a listen. No, they can't fly. But if you are looking for something to watch and you can't find a movie, just go back to classic TV and find their TV Thanksgiving specials, and they're worth a watch. Amber, were there any TV Thanksgiving specials that I left out? I know you mentioned Saved by the Bell, but were there any others?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this one in 2018. It's not a TV, but Jerry Springer's Thanksgiving feast will forevermore be my favorite thing to watch on Thanksgiving. So this is now the second time I've said this on live radio. It's the best.
A little dirty, though.
Well, I mean, it's a little dirty in all senses because they throw cranberry sauce, mashed taters,
gravy all over them.
All over.
Well, we talked about last year on the Thanksgiving special of the movies that you can watch. Now, folks, this year we talked about some of the best TV specials that you can watch, and go back and rely on just classic TV for you to find a good Thanksgiving special, because you'll find one. But ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. We still have lots more Off the Cuff coming at you live after these words. We'll be right back. Let's see. Well, do you want me to do this one by myself? It's about Mark Stoops and the Cats.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Perfect. Okay. Mac and cheese up in the oven. Grandma finished cooking. Thanksgiving round the corner. Need.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. Amber is also in studio with me. It's been quite a disappointing week for UK athletics. We'll start with the football team. They have fallen to 6-4 now for their total record. It was a very ugly performance for the Kentucky Wildcats as they lost to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt ended their 26-game SEC losing streak in Lexington. That's right, folks, in Lexington, at home, at Kroger Field, with a 24-21 win. Vandy is supposed to be the gimme game. Vandy is supposed to be the game that it's guaranteed. It's a relaxed game to watch. It's the game where you're really supposed to have kind of like your senior day, where all your seniors get recognized because it's the guaranteed game that we're going to win. I can't think of the last time Kentucky has lost to Vanderbilt. I mean, it had been 3 years since Vanderbilt won an SEC game. And to lose it and to win their first game against Kentucky at Kroger Field is ridiculous. Kentucky's offense has been far from good this season, but folks, what we saw against Vanderbilt was just ridiculous. They continued to struggle, and their defense played one of their worst defenses I've seen them play. Then they played it against Vanderbilt. So, folks, it just all falls on the main man, Mark Stoops. It does. Let's look at Mark Stoops' SEC records throughout the years. His first year, he went 0-8 in the SEC. His second year, he went 2-6. His third year, he went 2-6. His fourth year, he was 4-4. His fifth year, he was 4-4. His sixth year, he was 5-3. His seventh year, he was 3-5. His eighth year, 4-6. His ninth year, 5-3, and so far in his 10th season, he is 3-4 with a total SEC record of 32-49. Whoa, now on that statue, because I know everybody's getting real antsy and ready to build. I mean, or am I just imagining hearing those things back when we beat Florida earlier in the season? It seems like that's all it took for people to jump on board with the statue being built. As ridiculous as that sounds, I'm not making it up. The same people that were on me just a couple of months ago for hating on Mark Stoops has now jumped on my bandwagon, is now jumping in with me, trying to say that I'm right. Now, I was very vocal on Twitter, and you can follow me on Twitter at @TheAdamBanks. I wrote a few tweets and put it out there, and I'll discuss them here on the show. My first tweet said this: the great statue-worthy Mark Stoops will not be able to obtain a winning record in the conference this year. 10 seasons at Kentucky, and Stoops has only been able to have 2 winning conference record seasons. In 10 years, he has only had 2 winning conference record seasons. 2 years. Is that statue-worthy? No. Is that even considered good? No! That's why I don't understand when people say he's good, he's the best, he's great, he's wonderful. Alabama needs to hire him, Auburn needs to hire him. He's had 2 winning conference record seasons, folks. Move over, Auburn, move over, Alabama. Another tweet that I tweeted out, I said, a win over Vandy today would have earned Mark Stoops $8.25 million guaranteed for an extension in 2028, plus a $250,000 bonus for this year. He'll get another chance against Georgia next week. Now, will he beat Georgia? No. So will he get that deal? No. But guess what, folks? All he has to do, all Mark Stoops has to do is win another game this season, and he gets a contract of $8.25 million in 2028, plus he gets a $250,000 bonus. And all he has to do is beat or just win another game this year. That's all he has to do. Another tweet that I tweeted out, I said, I know everyone loves at Coach Mark Stoops, except me, but I wonder when people will realize and just agree with me, he ain't no count. It seems like that a lot of people are now agreeing with me. Another, or did I end it there? Yes, I did. I ended my tweet rant there. But Kentucky plays Georgia this Saturday at 3:30 on CBS. If Stoops loses to them on Saturday, that will make him 0-10 against the Bulldogs. Whoa now on that statue. Does that sound like a statue-worthy coach to you? It doesn't me. I'm sure people will be yelling that again if he beats Florida next season. But just remember, folks, if he does beat Florida next season, to hold your horses because there's a lot more football to be played. And we'll see how he does against Georgia this coming Saturday. I predict it to be a slobber knocker against us. But Kentucky basketball, they played its first major game of the season against Michigan State and lost 86-77. When is the last time Kentucky basketball won a big game? I didn't say when was the last time they won a game. We all know they won against Howard. They won against, I don't even know who it was, Deaky University, who knows, whatever that school was called. But their first major game was Michigan State. Now they play again tonight against South Carolina State. I don't care about that game. If we win, great. I want to win another big game. When's the last time Kentucky's won a big major game? Has it been since 2020? Has it been since 2019? It's been a while. I haven't really looked at the numbers, but we'll see. The next big game is on Sunday against Gonzaga. That's the game that I'm worried about. That's the game that I need to see us win. But Kentucky so far is 2-1, and hopefully they look to improve their record and become 3-1 after tonight's game. Also, ladies and gentlemen, in basketball news, former UK basketball player Isaac Humphries comes out as gay. He posted a message on his Twitter, and it seems that a lot of people are behind him. What I found particularly sad about that coming out video of his was how he talked about the dark place he got and how he contemplated suicide because of how he felt. And he felt like being gay. He felt disgusted with himself and disappointed in himself. And I am glad now that Isaac Humphries can be happy. And I am glad that Isaac Humphries now can be himself. Anytime somebody is in a place where they are contemplating suicide, that's not a good place. So I'm all for happiness, and I hope Isaac Humphrey finds it. But ladies and gentlemen, it is the holiday season, and because of it, we've had a very holly jolly Thanksgiving themed episode. So why not have an off-the-cuff song of the week break featuring a Thanksgiving song? So ladies and gentlemen, roll down them windows and enjoy Carrie Underwood, Stretchy Pants. We'll be back after the song.
My tummy is grabbing 'cause I've been saving up space. I've got my face.
All right.
What was that one year we played that?
Oh.
You know the song I'm talking about.
Yeah. On Thanksgiving. Being director of the Thanksgiving song. Yeah, you still make fun of me over that.
I was like, wait, what is this?
So when we come back, we'll just talk about what we're thankful for.
Okay.
Then we'll take a break for our last segment. still everything moving, or can you see anything?
Can't say nothing.
Can't say
Black
nothing.
screen.
Have you ever heard this song, Stretchy Pants? Well, got to keep it a little Halloween themed. Me too.
I drank all my unit. That was cold, so all I have is hot coffee.
How many people you think I pissed off with that segment?
I think I want to say this. Anybody that knows anything about sports, absolutely do not get upset. People that don't know anything about sports, yeah, you probably made them real mad, big mad. People that don't look at statistical values and only, I like them. That's my team.
It is the time to be thankful, and it's the time of year where you should be vocal about what you're thankful for. Both of us have plenty to be thankful for. Amber, it is the Thanksgiving season. I just want to say I am thankful for the fans of Off the Cuff, the listeners tuning in every Thursday and listening to the show. I appreciate that more than you know, whether it's on the app, whether it's on the radio, whether it's on Facebook Live. The fact that you tune in and listen, I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that works on Off the Cuff. Anytime Off the Cuff is needed, whether it's Amber, she is the co-host of the show. She's a big part of it. Chad, who does all of the artwork and the anytime we have a picture or a graphic that we need to put out, he's there to do that. I'm thankful for everyone who is involved with Off the Cuff. And a lot of people think, Off the Cuff with Adam Banks is just Adam Banks, or it's just Adam and Amber who you hear. No, being a part of Off the Cuff is contributing to Off the Cuff. And you know what, folks? If you are a fan and a listener of Off the Cuff, you're contributing to the show as well. There's no point in doing this show if you don't listen. So I just want to say thank you to the fans and everyone involved in Off the Cuff. I also want to thank the Lord for my health. Health is so important. If you don't got good health, what do you have? I just recently went to my yearly doctor's appointment and was very concerned with the test results because I'm very anxious when it comes to my health, and Amber knows I was freaking out. No reason to freak out, just freaking out. And I had a plethora of tests run on me, like I do every year, just to make sure that I'm good and good to go. And I want to say I am happy to report a clean bill of health. And there is nobody to thank other than the Lord for that. The Lord Jesus Christ did bless me with good health, and without good health, what's the point? I wouldn't feel like coming in and doing the show if I felt bad all the time. I wouldn't feel like doing anything if I felt bad all the time. So good health, I want to thank the Lord for that. My broadcasting career, my teaching career, my family, my friends, my home, everything. I know that sounds cliche, but I'm very, very thankful, and I don't think that I say it enough, so I just want to take today to say it. But Amber, what about you? What are you thankful for?
Oh my goodness. I think you kind of hit it on the head. Obviously I love just coming and doing this because I get to be with you, but we would not be where we are half the time if we did not have everybody that tunes in and listens to us. So thank you all for that. Obviously, thank you, God, just for letting us wake up every morning, letting us be here, letting this work into our life to be able to do it. And then, obviously I'm going to say I'm thankful for my two biggest men in my life. That's going to be you and my husband, Wiley. Couldn't do anything without either of you. And then Ralph Piddle, love them, and my family.
Yes. It don't take much to make us happy.
Oh.
And I just I love Thanksgiving, just to be able to hear what people are thankful for. And what are you thankful for, folks? Just put it on the show thread and we will definitely shout it out. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have one more segment to go. Like I said, you might not hear any commercials when we go to break. You might hear just silence, but we'll be back, I promise. So stick with us. We'll be right back. What's wrong?
I've got plenty to be thankful for.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. Amber is also in studio with me. Last segment of the hour. It is November the 17th, 2022, a week shy from Thanksgiving. Ashley and Jonathan Mullins on the show thread says, y'all got to be thankful for Beaver as well. Beaver makes the biggest impact on us Beaver children. I am thankful of my hometown of Beaver. Proud to be from Beaver. Go BCS.
Should have been a Beaver.
You should have been. Thanksgiving. It is just a week away, so dinner preparations have to be made, especially if you're hosting the event on November the 24th. But one of the more popular things that people tend to do on Thanksgiving, Amber, is go out to eat.
Yes.
Have you ever enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinner out to eat?
Absolutely.
Was it smooth?
I mean, it was busy. It was much busier than what I think people anticipate that it would be.
Well, a lot of people are wanting to try this trend out. I mean, look at what all you get to benefit from it. There's zero cooking. You have a spotless kitchen. You have more time to catch up with your family, watch more football on TV, maybe spend more time outside, take a walk. Spend more time with your family versus just slaving over the stove for Thanksgiving, because it can be very chaotic. So for those who might be flirting with the idea of enjoying takeout for Thanksgiving, I'm going to give the audience the following Thanksgiving takeout options that they can choose from this year. You can choose from Crackle Barrel.
Yes.
Crackle Barrel has a whole Thanksgiving feast for you to order. No matter the size of your group, there are options for everyone, and it's a totally affordable price. So check out Crackle Barrel. Denny's is another popular place to go for Thanksgiving. They have a popular turkey and dressing dinner pack at Denny's, and they've been doing this for years. Pie Pie's Louisiana Kitchen is a place where you can order Thanksgiving dinner. I bet you didn't know that, Amber.
I did not.
You can spice up your Thanksgiving meal with a Cajun-style turkey from Pai Pai restaurants.
Hey.
They offer delivery, but if you want to schedule a pickup order, you can do that as well.
Hey.
Bob Evans is another restaurant that has a Thanksgiving feast. I have actually tried the Bob Evans feast.
Is it in count?
It very much is so. They have your food already set to go to be put in the oven.
Yeah.
And they give you instructions on what to do to heat it up.
Yeah.
And then it's ready to go in like 30, 40 minutes.
Hey.
And then finally, make sure you check your local Kroger and Walmart grocery stores when planning for Thanksgiving dinner, because a lot of those places, they like to put up their own Thanksgiving specials out.
Mm-hmm.
I know for Christmas last year, I got a big old turkey from Kroger. It cost me $30. It was easy. But going out to eat, those are some delivery options for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you could also you also have to deal with the fact that there is no leftovers.
Oh, I don't know at Cracker Barrel, man.
Well,
depending on which one you get.
Can you ask for a box?
Well, you bring it home with you.
No, you. Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, you can bring it home with you.
Oh,
you can order it, go pick it up, bring it back to your house. Yes.
Okay, so they apparently give you more than what you need for your portions.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
They're nice helpings.
That's a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
And also, folks, once you're done eating your to-go order, you can run everybody out because there's no sense of everybody staying around. There's nothing to clean up.
Well, the only thing you got to do is just in the trash can.
Exactly. But, folks, before we head out of here, I want to sadly mention the news of actor John Aniston. He dies at the age of 89. If anyone don't know who John Aniston is, he played the character Victor Kiriakis on the soap opera Days of Our Lives. He debuted as Victor in 1985, and his performance earned him a Daytime Emmy nomination in 2017 and a Daytime Emmy Lifetime Achievement Award, which he won this year.
Wow.
In 2022, he was the dad of actress Jennifer Aniston. 89 years old. Victor Kiriakis was such a strong character on Days of Our Lives, and it's sad to see another strong character bite the dust.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't he the richest dude on?
Yeah, he was the rich one that was almost as evil as Stefano, but not quite that evil.
Well, he always had those one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
I know when he didn't like somebody, somebody would open the door. I remember one time, and he said, "Somebody order a hooker." He always had just the one-liners. I remember he did a whole year on Days of Our Lives in a coma.
Yeah.
Where he didn't speak at all.
Well, I mean, Marlena may or may not have played the devil for a whole year.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But Victor, another strong character of Days of Our Lives, already gone. That's sad. They're all starting to fall, slowly but surely. 89, that's a long life.
Gosh, oh, was he still on the show? He was, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know Days of Our Lives is slowly starting to come to an end.
Yeah.
They've already went off cable onto Peacock, and their legacy characters are very far and few between. I think you still got John, Marlena, Bo, Hope, but that's it.
Oh, but who else you need other than them, actually, core?
That's an all-star lineup.
Yes.
But rest in peace to John Aniston, who died at the age of 89. Ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up another episode of Off the Cuff. If you liked what you heard this week, you'll like all of our previous episodes because we release new episodes every Thursday, and we're all on podcast. Every episode is available on podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You can follow the show on social media at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. You can follow the co-host, Amber, on social media at Ambu447. You can follow me, the host, on social media at The Adam Banks. Like I said, we release new episodes every Thursday from 4 to 5. But next week, we will be off for Thanksgiving, which means we will be back on December 1st. And folks, a big surprise for those tuning back in for Off the Cuff on December 1st, because that will kick off the start of our holiday Christmas shows, and it will also be the show where Off the Cuff reveals its 10 most fascinating people of 2022 according to Adam Banks. I've been working on the list already, Amber.
Yeah.
And I'm excited
We
to
got some good
share.
names.
I'm excited to share it with the audience.
I'm excited too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Amber Turner. I'm Adam Banks, and this is Off the Cuff. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you in 2 weeks.